Welcome back, dear listeners, to the continuing hunt in Bram Stoker's Dracula. After the bold exploration of Carfax in Dr. Seward's previous entry, we now return to Chapter 19, Jonathan Harker's Journal. For the first time in many weeks, the narrative shifts back to my own voice. The horrors I witnessed in Transylvania are no longer distant memories. They are alive and active here in England. Today, our fellowship took further steps in the campaign, and I found myself face to face once more with the monster who nearly destroyed me. Let us walk together through these dangerous hours as the hunt grows sharper and more personal. 1. October. I write this entry with a heart full of resolve and a mind sharpened by anger. The events of yesterday at Carfax have given us new hope. Many of the Count's boxes of earth have been rendered useless to him by Professor Van Helsing's sacred wafers. Yet we know the work is far from finished. Some boxes have already been moved to other locations across London, and we must find them before the Count can establish new sanctuaries. This morning the group met again. Mina continues to amaze us all with her tireless work. She has organized every document, typed fresh copies, and even suggested practical ways to trace the remaining boxes through shipping records and property deeds. Her courage and clear thinking are a light to the entire fellowship. Though we insist she remain protected, she accepts this with quiet frustration, determined to contribute in every way possible. Van Helsing divided our forces for the day. Dr. Seward and Lord Godalming would continue investigating property records, while Quincy Morris and I would begin a more direct search. My legal background makes me useful in tracing the Count's purchases, and my personal knowledge of the monster drives me forward. I spent much of the day in the city, visiting solicitors and examining deeds. The work is tedious but necessary. Every clue brings us closer to the Count's other hiding places. In the late afternoon, I returned to join the others at Carfax to continue the sterilization of the remaining boxes we had not yet treated. As evening fell, we entered the old chapel once more. The atmosphere felt even heavier than before. The rats were more numerous and bolder. We worked quickly, opening boxes and placing the sacred wafers. Van Helsing moved among them with solemn ritual, his voice steady as he prayed. Suddenly, a wave of overwhelming dread washed over me. My old sensations from the castle returned, that cold, suffocating presence. I looked up, and in the deepening shadows near the far wall, I saw him. Count Dracula stood watching us. He was dressed in black, his face pale and strong, his eyes burning with red fire. His lips curled back slightly, revealing the sharp white teeth. For one terrible moment our eyes met. In that gaze I saw recognition, hatred, and mocking amusement. He knew me. He remembered the young solicitor he had imprisoned in his castle. Before any of us could move, the Count melted into mist and vanished through a crack in the wall. The rats surged forward in a great wave, as though obeying his command, forcing us to retreat momentarily. When the chaos subsided, we discovered that several more boxes had been disturbed. The Count had clearly moved some of them. We finished our work as quickly as possible and withdrew. Van Helsing was grim but encouraged. He knows we are hunting him. Good, let him feel fear for once. But we must be more careful. His powers are great at night.
Later that night, I sit now with Mina in our temporary lodgings, writing while she rests nearby. She has been typing today's events and organizing our growing archive. I told her of the encounter with the Count. Though she tried to remain calm, I saw the fear in her eyes, not for herself, but for me. She took my hand and reminded me that we are no longer helpless. We have friends, knowledge, and faith on our side. I feel a strange mixture of emotions tonight. Seeing the Count again stirred all the old terror and helplessness I felt in Transylvania. Yet this time I was not alone. This time I had allies. This time I could fight back. Mina has suggested a new strategy. She believes we should begin watching the Count's known properties at night, when he is most active. She also thinks we should consider using hypnotism or other methods Van Helsing knows to track his movements. The professor agrees that Mina's mind is one of our greatest assets. Dr. Seward has noted increasing reports of strange occurrences in London, children with small throat wounds, sightings of a tall, dark stranger, and a growing sense of unease among the poor districts. The Count is feeding. We must stop him before more innocent lives are claimed. Van Helsing warns us that the vampire is cunning. He may attempt to divide us or strike at our weakest point. We have sworn to protect Mina above all else. She is the heart of our group. Her purity and strength give us hope. I end this entry with a renewed vow. The monster who tormented me in that dreadful castle now walks the streets of London. He has taken Lucy from us. He threatens everything we hold dear. With God's help and with the brave friends beside me, I will see him destroyed. This time I will not be his prisoner. This time I will be his hunter. That was Chapter 19 of Dracula, Jonathan Harker's return to the narrative, and a chapter of renewed personal stakes. Through Jonathan's journal, we felt the terror of seeing Count Dracula again, the satisfaction of striking another blow by sterilizing more boxes, and the growing unity of the fellowship as they press the hunt forward. Bram Stoker brilliantly shifts perspective back to Jonathan, reminding us of the deeply personal nature of this war. The young solicitor who once entered the castle as a naive professional is now a determined hunter seeking vengeance and justice. The Count is no longer hidden. He knows he is being pursued, and he is beginning to react. The game of cat and mouse has begun in earnest. Stay with us for Chapter 20, where the search intensifies, new clues emerge, and the danger draws even closer to the heart of the group. Thank you for walking once more with Jonathan Harker through these shadowed streets and haunted houses. If this chapter sent a chill through you or stirred your sense of justice, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another entry from these journals of courage and vengeance. The hunter has become the hunted, but this time the prey fights back. Until next time, never look too long into the shadows. Some eyes look back with teeth.